Hello and welcome back to Greenlands for what I believe is now episode 6. As you'll see, you join us at the store and I'm in a very nice new Valtra tractor. The reason for that isn't because we've bought it, because obviously we've got nowhere near the funds to do that. It's because I've decided to make a bit of a change to the series. Previously, on this series, I've said that I wouldn't be doing contracts. Not because I don't agree with contracts, just simply because it makes it a little bit easy sometimes by doing them. However, the reason I've decided to do it, well, there's a couple of reasons really. Firstly, it's to progress the series a bit. There's certain days that we don't have anything to do while we're waiting for the crops to grow, for the grass to grow, to be able to do the baling. So it'll give us something to do in between, but also it'll help us progress. And I've already got my Jack Pine series, which is the series where I have no leasing. I started with no money whatsoever, only a truck from what I believe. That's the only equipment that I started with. So because I've already got that series going, I've decided to start doing just the odd contract, um, maybe one every season or so. And it'll get us exploring different parts of the map as well, which I'm quite keen to do. So the first one I've done, or the first one I've accepted to do, is a baling contract for silage bales, which is going to be up here in field 40. So as you can see, it's a fairly large field, and like I've already said, we'll get to explore a bit more of the map. So if we get this started up, we're going to be using the equipment they provide us. So obviously some money will come off for that. We'll get these hooked up. Now for when I've looked on the map, it's traffic again. When I've looked on the map, it looks like the quickest way, and to be honest, might be one of the only ways, other than from driving through people's crops, is to go through the main farm. And this is it, Greenland's farm. So we'll turn left into here. And if we follow this track down, while we're here, you might as well just stop and have a look. So this is the main farm. I think it's somewhere between 600,000 and 700,000 this. But to be honest, you seem to get quite a lot for it. So it looks like you get cows, pigs and sheep on this one. There's a sheep one. And there's a pigs. And there's a silo there. Absolutely tons of storage. Don't know if I've just seen a workshop there or not. But yeah, as much storage as you'd ever need really. A couple of clamps there. So it's reasons like this main farm, which is why I've decided to do a couple of contracts. Now, do we? Right, it's not as far as this. There we go. That's the track we want. Yeah, because the way we were going, I mean, we would eventually be able to afford somewhere like this, but it would be a long way down the line. We're gonna get through here. Maybe just get through here. Yep. And field 40 is just at the top of this one. Oh, we're in field 40. I thought this was 42. Right, 42 was the last one. Right, we'll start from this top corner then. I'll go into third person. Yeah, just going back to contracts. I've got a map that I'm running just for myself at the minute is Greenwich Valley. And I did basically exactly the same as what I'm doing on this one. Started with a small holding, one grass, one arable. And we need to put that one on. One grass, one arable field, just one shed, and built from there. And I don't know how many seasons I'm through on it, maybe 7 or 8. But I've been able to build up and have. Well, I've got the main sheep farm on there, all the equipment that I'd need, plenty of income, and generating sort of hundreds of thousands each year. But it took a lot of time, and if you put that into videos, it would be a lot of videos. So that was part of me thinking with the contracts, see if we can progress a bit faster. And then keep Jack Pine as the no lease and no contracts, etc. And I want to look to change our tractor as well. And not even necessarily for a new tractor, to be honest. Just for something different to what we've got there. Let's see how this handles this hill. Because when I seen the hill, I was a bit worried. I haven't had a look to see what the horsepower in this tractor is. I'll admit, I don't usually use Valtra. But looks like it's handling no problem at all. One of the things I've noticed about this map in particular that it has over some of the others, because the undulating terrain, the views are absolutely fantastic on it. With all the fields in the varying states, different crops. It's really, really good. Just going to wait to get back to the top of the field and then have another look around. I think I'll start going up and down after this one as well. Yeah, so views like that over there. I know there's one next to our farm as well where you're looking upwards to all the different fields and it looks absolutely spectacular. Right, what we'll do, we'll put a time lapse on this one and then come back when we're close to Okay, so this is going to be a bit strange now, because all of this is now post-com. The reason for that is from, I believe, from the baling through to the wrapping, through to driving over here, all of that I actually recorded in normal time, and obviously speaking over it. Didn't intend to do any more time lapses whatsoever. And then I realise when I've come to edit that my PlayStation controller was on mute. So the whole of that, including, well, just everything you're seeing now, was all muted. So there was no sound whatsoever. So yeah, basically what's happening now is this is the first load. I explained some of this after, although it's before I realised that it was all muted right at the end of the video. So what's happening now, this is the first load of 16 bales. This is coming to the sell point for the contract. I'm testing at the minute to see if just by unloading at the edge of that trigger, whether it's going to take it or not. It turns out it doesn't. You have to actually go all the way inside, and then the sell point is actually, if you think of that green trigger there, it's actually another trigger behind it. So it's a lot further back than that. It turns out you can actually reverse that auto stacker into there, and the auto stacker actually fits underneath that that shed, which is what I did after. So now, luckily, this was right next to our farm. So I'm just heading back. I'm going to unhook the spreader. Obviously getting our tractor with the front loader on. And I'm going to take the tractor over to the bales. I cut from there because I knew it wasn't going to look good. Basically, all them bales had to be pushed in for the way that it was. So once we get the tractor over there, you'll then go into what's the final section of the video. So I apologise now for the time lapses. There wasn't meant to be that many, but unfortunately, because I'm an idiot, there was no there was no commentary whatsoever. Right, so it's about to go off. Well, that wasn't pretty. What I've done, you'll see by the time at the top, I've basically done all the work off camera. Just for the length of the video, it was getting too long, so we'll get started up here. This should complete the contract. It does. So all in all, it took 41 bales to complete that contract, which has left me with 13 bales that I've took to the BGA. Obviously, I always have to ferment now. They don't just take them as grass like they do for the contract. So we've got that income to come within the next couple of days, and we'll go ahead and just complete that contract. So we'll collect on that 22,780, and that leaves us with 58,564. So that's all for today. Thanks for joining us, and I'll see you again in the next video.